Hi, I'm Annika Johnsons from Al Johnson's in Sister Bay. I hope you enjoy my new video series called Door County Girl. These are stories of my life, the people and places that I love, and of course how we all survive here in northern Wisconsin. You can come back as often as you like, but don't forget to subscribe to Al's YouTube channel. I'll be posting lots of really cool new videos. So let's go! We're back at my garage that doesn't exist, but I park here. And this is a good story right here. So last year when COVID happened, we were still open for curbside pickup. So we would be sitting in the restaurant kind of not doing anything. So I was looking to find a truck that I could use for the farm. And my brother Ralph said, go on bringatrailer.com and look at this Jeep right now that's for sale. And I'm like, oh my God, I've never seen anything like it. It was like a Jeep pickup truck, and there weren't that many made, and they were auctioning it off. So it's kind of like eBay. You have to put a bid in, So I put a bid in, and the auction was only going to be another hour. And I was the top bidder, but in the meantime, I went on to carsforsale.com and I saw this truck. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't want that Jeep, I want this truck. And I emailed the guy and said, I want to buy the truck. Can I buy the truck? And I said, I'll offer you this, but not that. And he said, okay. So then I went to Rolf and said, I'm all nervous now that I'm going to get both. So if I get that black truck, you got to pay for half. He goes, okay, deal. Well, ended up that the black Jeep, everybody waits to the last minute, and like 40 people were bidding on it. It went way beyond what I could ever afford. But this one is a treasure for me. Not only is it the color of leukemia, which is orange, which usually is the color that's associated with Go Bo. Anyway, it's a F-150. It's a 83. I think that they did some cosmetic work on it. Like, you can look at it and you think, this is the greatest truck ever. But it did need work, like they all do. So the engine has been a little bit of a work in progress. So I found it online in Massachusetts, and the guy had a legitimate business there. So I said, well, how do I go about getting the truck here, and how do I get it? Well, he has a discount place where they can deliver trucks. They get a semi-load full, and then they would bring it here. But they get a better deal than I would ever get. So they would charge me no more than $700, and I paid, I think, $1,000 almost to get that El Camino up from Key West, so that was a big deal. So $700, yeah, that's perfect. So anyway, I say, how do I pay you? Do I pay you half up front and then half when I get the truck? And he goes, no, you got to pay for it full right away. And I said, okay, I don't feel comfortable with that. And he goes, well, that's just how we do it. And I said, oh, okay. So I go to the bank, I get a cashier's check. The bank's questioning me and like going, are you sure you want to do this? And I'm like, yeah. I'm going to get that truck. I trust people, here I am, sucka. And I don't know. So I send him the money, the cashier check. Well, he stays in touch, we send each other cards, and sends me a Christmas card. He's a grandpa, he's got grandkids. Him and his wife only have older cars and older trucks that they sell. And I, in my brain, start to think that this guy's somebody in Africa, like doing a scam, or Iran, or China. I don't know, Jamaica. I don't know. They took the money and they're just pretending that this truck is going to come, and it's never going to come. I don't know. I gave the money to someone and they're happy, and that's just how it goes. I got screwed because someone else I know had it happen to them. Well, I kept contacting him, and he was legit. So all of a sudden he goes, I got a guy, he's coming. They brought the truck. Rolf and I had to drive there at night. We met him at 9 o'clock at night in Green Bay, out by the Woodmans out there. The Menards out on the highway there. He pulls up with this big load, and he gets the truck off, and he doesn't speak a word of English. He's Ukraine. And him and his brother have a trucking company. And he tells me that the battery doesn't work. I go, well, how am I supposed to get it home? I go, I have another hour and a half to take it up north. And he said, I don't know. He was just felt bad and just didn't know what to do. It started when he put it on, but now it won't start and whatever. So Rolf and I say, fine, just get it out. We park it, we hop in the car, we drive over to Fleet Farm, we buy a new battery. We come back, we parked it underneath a big street light by the A&W there, because it did start at one point. We got it that far, but it wouldn't start again. So Rolf and I sat there and then the headlight was out. So we had to drive back to Walmart or whatever and get a headlight, which we got the last one, and put it in too, because now it's getting to be almost midnight. And it's cold out, it's winter, and we're putting a battery and a headlight in a car in an A&W parking lot. That looks great, but the engine sucks, and this doesn't work, and that doesn't work. So then Rolf tells me there's 2 gas tanks. We should have enough to get home. So let's go fill up the front tank, because we know there's gas in the back tank, and then we should be able to get home. When you run out of gas, just switch the switch and get to the gas in the back. I'm like, okay. So we get to Sturgeon Bay, and we're just getting on to 57. We're almost to Sevastopol, and I go, listen, we should stop in Valmy. I go, I just ran out of gas. He goes, well, switch it to the back. So I switch it to the back, and it runs out of gas too. I mean, there's no gas in it. What it is back there is petrified whatever. I don't even know, because nobody uses 2 gas tanks. So whatever's in this one is a mystery, because you only fill one. You just need 1 tank. You don't need 2 unless you're traveling far, right? So then I'm all mad because I'm a girl and I like to stop for directions and ask people for advice and whatever. My brother told me we could get home. It's 2:30 in the morning, which is, you know, it's bar closing time now in Wisconsin. I don't have a title for this. It doesn't have license plates on it. I have to take the license plates off our white restaurant van and put it on here because it's now bar closing time, and now we are a target for police. We're sitting on the road. Thank God Rolf has AAA. Calls up a AAA, no cops come by, which we were fortunate. And I got to watch a whole movie in Rolf's van while AAA came to get the truck, and then we get it to the restaurant, and we had to put kitty litter on the ground because all the gas was running out of the back gas tank. And so now it works great. It takes a little while to start it up, but I've had some work on it now. So in all your old cars, I'm always told, sometimes it's hard to even get the key in, I always say. So you have to pump it and hold it about 3 or 4 times because, you know, these guys don't like to start. So you have to kind of wait a little bit. And that's another thing about that. Sometimes we're so used to putting a key in a car and we're in a hurry and we just want to jump in and go. Well, if you want to do that, don't buy an old car because you got to let it warm up. So it might take a minute, but... So it'll sound like this in the beginning, and then I'll go, okay, well, I'll just wait a little bit here, and it just wants to take its time. But the heater works great in here. Everything works great in here. Radio works. It's like a disco radio. It turns colors. It's very weird. I don't even know how to work it. It'll start. It's just temperamental. I was driving all over in it yesterday. So it's got some big headers on it, the big glass headers. So when you start it, they're always really loud and you have to let them warm up for like a couple minutes. And then you always have to, this is the one thing most people don't get. It revs high, and then when it wants to warm up, when it's warmed up a little bit, you've got to really stomp on the gas to let it calm down a little bit. On my El Caminos, they're all like that. They're loud until you let them warm up a little. See, this, it's cold, and so... Thanks for watching Door County Girl. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time.